See you later. Thanks.
What are you doing? You're leaving your car?
Watch, it's the car.
Hi. Welcome to Film Scenes. Have you ever wondered why this scene has this particular song playing in the background?
I like going this way, better than waiting in line.
The presence of music in films has become so integral part of the art form that we, as audience, tend to demand it. Music helps to highlight the realism of visuals and make us feel connected to it. Filmmakers chose their soundtracks very carefully to evoke certain emotional responses. Different style of music can completely change the mood of a scene. A film soundtrack basically refers to music that is created independently from the film itself and is not only linked with it. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of soundtrack in the acclaimed BBC period drama Peaky Blindness. Despite being set in the early 1920s, the show has a blistering cool modern soundtrack. The showrunner Stephen Knight uses the roaring guitars to depict the rebellious 20s in Birmingham. This kind of anachronistic use of music in films is not something new. Several filmmakers have previously used this trick. Baz Luhrmann scored his period drama The Great Gatsby based on F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel of the same name with almost every anachronistic pop tunes he can secure the rights to. The soundtrack was co-produced by rap god Jay-Z. But perhaps the most successful filmmaker who masterfully executed this trick has to be Quentin Tarantino. When QT threw a southern rap track by Rick Ross into the middle of his period blaxploitation western, the unsuited choice of tune surprised exactly no one. After all, this is the same guy who used David Bowie's charismatic rock anthem in the lead-up to the climax of his revisionist World War II epic. Peaky Blindness brought a handful of great tunes as a part of its beautifully anachronistic soundtrack. It seems to fit into an interesting subgenre, a period drama with a postmodern sensibility. The period details appears to be accurate in most part, the clothes, contemporary historical references, set designing, but script has a self-awareness and sense of swagger to it that is strictly 21st century. The show creates a fascinating world of post-World War I Birmingham and its people, who are desperately trying to cope with the horrors of the war. So, why does the creator of the show Stephen Knight choose modern music to portray 20th century?
I think for a modern audience to feel the mood, they probably need modern music. Because I think if you play period music, it takes you to a different experience. It puts a barrier between the audience and the people.
Let's take a look at Peaky Blindness Season 1 and how the anachronistic soundtrack plays its part in intensifying the narrative. Each episode of this melodramatic tale of Birmingham criminals is set up by the seedy, doom-laden tone of art rock band Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. The series opens up with its theme song, The Red Right Hand, accompanied by stylishly choreographed visuals. Each introduction sequence is different from the other. They refer to various historical, cultural and social references of that time in England. The gothic, inherently dangerous melody has a looming bluesy gate that opens up the show to a vast ocean of possibilities. There is a sense of lawlessness to the music, which echoes the mood of the show. The song has a sinister essence to it, and is matched by visuals of the mean streets of Birmingham's industrial heartlands. The mysterious sound of the Aussie band and Cape's dark poetry comes together as a chilling introduction to the upcoming thrill ride. Moving on from an Australian rock band to the alternative rock melody of American rock duo The White Stripes, I Smell a Cat, appears as Inspector Campbell flips through the records of suspected gun robbers, Freddie and Thomas. This indie tune conveyed that conflict of interest between these characters. It also serves as a prologue to Tim's and Freddie's relationship, once best mates, but now divided by political consciousness. The BBC drama focuses around the actions of a gangster family and its consequences. With each episode, the level of tension and drama increases. Like the narrative, music also gets intensified. After Inspector Campbell carries out a ruthless raid looking for communists, in the absence of the Shelby brothers, Tommy responds by burning pictures of the king. This anarchic sequence is also supported by another The White Stripes track. The drum beat and the guitar grunge of this alternative rock number creates a perfect blend of tension and anticipation which sets up this disordered action by the Crooks. As time goes on, the issue of the stolen gun becomes more important with interest of several parties. In quest to detect the stolen guns, Inspector Campbell arranges another raid after getting information from his undercover agent, but he only finds whiskey and cigarettes. This raid is also backed by another Jack White song. This time he features with his garage rock band the Raconteurs. Like the nature of the raid, the music has also become more aggressive. The grunge-tinged, power pop rock and roll sound fits the struggle between the antagonist and the protagonist. The age-old cat and mouse race reaching its peak. Right at the end of the season's finale, while Tommy writes to his love, the undercover Irish agent gone rogue, Grace, saying he'll decide whether to come to New York with her in 3 days. Tommy is broken after his battle with William Kimber. His eventual triumph in that battle made his company the third largest legal racetrack operation in the country, but at an expense of one of his good friends. While Tommy wants to be with Grace, his family and empire comes in between. Meanwhile, Inspector Campbell arrives at the rail station pointing a gun at her. These explosive moments are backed by Jack White's equally explosive cover of U2's classic. White turns the piano-flanked original into a scorched blues rock howl, accompanied by fierce guitar frenzy. It's not just a random track playing in the background, it's a part of the narrative. The song is our reflection of Tommy's resent. So, the next time when you watch your favorite film or TV show, pay close attention to the song playing in the background and how it enhances the story, maybe without you even noticing.